I am John Melendez, and I approve this message.
No, I did not appreciate those comments. I mean, this is a real medical problem that I've been dealing with. You can watch my videos from, say, like 4 years ago, where I could speak perfectly fine, but even then, people were still complaining, bitching and moaning. You know, that's the downfall of YouTube, is that if you have any sort of so-called shortcomings, then people are incredibly rude, and did not appreciate that. But he wasn't totally mocking me. I do understand that some people can't stand the sound of my voice. They have told me so. So to kind of adapt to that, I have been getting guests for pretty much every live stream show. And I did want to do more stuff for members, but I can't, because I can't keep talking by myself. And when I tried to see if people wanted to join in for those members only things, nobody wanted to come on. So go figure. So you're stuck with me. So oh, thank God he's here. Okay. Hey, Vince.
Wah, I can't talk. Wah, my vocal cords are bad. Wah.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And you're behaving very unprofessionally. That's why I think you should wear a suit and be in a more, law firm looking environment. So thanks for making fun of me too, just like John, huh? Yeah.
Well, Miss Judy, when I heard you said that you would get a prescription for Klonopin, you just went up 2 more points in John Edwards' book, because he loves Klonopin.
Why? Because it knocks you out? It was terrible.
I don't understand how anyone takes illegal drugs in my life. Now, I've seen people, let's say when I was at the Borgata at a particular room with a particular friend.
And his friends who are
And his friend comes in, throws this is all hypothetical, throws the powder right down, right in. These guys don't care. So no one cares like where the product comes from at all.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like they have some sort of death wish.
So with regard to your voice, I told you that the reason why I liked your show is because I didn't know if you did have some neurological disorder, or
no,
if it was
thank
just...
God. I don't have cancer or Parkinson's or MS or stroke or whatever. It's just that my vocal cords are beaten down.
John texts me. He says he has a potential cure for it. He just needs to send a probe in there and figure it out.
Okay, I don't think I want any sort of probe from John Melendez. But
no, don't say that. You don't know. He says he's got... The only thing is, I don't think that probe is going to make it that far. It won't even touch a little thing in the back of your throat. What is that thing called?
It's, shoot, what was it? Yeah, it was some sort of scope. Some sort of scope that the ENTs shoved through my nostrils. So they stick it all the way down after spraying your nose with some sort of numbing medicine. So, it's a very long, thin cord that gets shoved down your nose into your throat so they can see what's going on, and they could see all these involuntary tremors. So,
right, and I wanted to know really what the issue was when I first heard you. Similar to the first judge in the Adelson case. Yeah, where he's speaking very obviously oddly, but I hate when people don't address it, because then I'm just curious as to what's going on. And you've always addressed what's the issue with people that are new to you. They love you, obviously. They hate me, love you, from the Dabbleverse, that's John Edwards' world. And they need to know what's the issue. And it's really not a huge issue.
Okay.
Meaning in terms of broadcasting, it sounds fine.
Well, it doesn't sound fine. That's why I can't grow my channel as quickly as a lot of these other people. But thank you.
No, the real reason is because you're now a white male. Now, I saw the quiz that you gave John Edward, and can you set the record straight? Did I have anything to do with drafting that quiz?
Of course not. No. It's actually an old live stream show from fall 2020, long time ago, when I was focusing on law school admissions and people thinking about it.
Now, when you told me and what I'm referring to is that you gave one of my friends a quiz, and the quiz you developed was, should you go to law school? I think that's the basis of it, whether you're going to make a proper decision. Now, the way I always approached you with it was, I just blew you off with it because I always thought it would be so boring. I had no idea that it would be so probing. And I just figured it would be something very AA legal, old Asian stuff thing. Now, there is a slant that I see what you're going at. And let me know if I'm right or not. This is just my theory. That there is some resentment by the current Asians that graduate from law school where they're not as highly acclaimed as Asians that are doctors. Meaning
probably.
that
Yes.
it's not, first of all, it's not as easy to be an Asian wealthy / rich attorney straight away. Where if you took the doctor route, there's no real prejudice. It's actually a positive prejudice that I've always told you. Mm-hmm. Is there something to do with that in your quiz?
Yes, because there is a question toward the end where I ask people, is going to medical school or dental school or something else any sort of realistic possibility? So that's something I've seen in my family. So yeah, it was always something that I regretted, especially years ago when I was working for crappy law firms and hated my job and was thinking, like, why the hell did I go to law school? It was the worst mistake in my life. But
yeah, now look at you.
Yeah, and now look at me. I get to make these stupid YouTube videos and talk to celebrities like John Melendez.
How funny is that? Now, the weird thing about America is there was a time in your life where you hated white people so much you wouldn't even watch a movie or any media, and you know it's true, right?
Well, I wouldn't say I hated them that much, but it was kind of a way of letting my personal decisions and my spending go towards things that I considered important.
Right, which was non-white people. That's the definition of prejudice.
Mainstream stuff that everybody likes that excludes people of color or Asian Americans.
Right.
And that includes things like, that whole world that John was in. That's why, to me, I had no idea he was famous. I didn't know he was a celebrity.
My point is that you were very prejudiced and you discriminated against white people, which is your right as an American, assuming you're not doing it in the capacity of an employer or something where you're federally obligated to.
I have no power other than some spending power. Little bit.
But I love the fact that you disliked white people. But for those of you that don't realize now, Miss Judy is pretty much named the queen of what's called the Dabbleverse. And I know this isn't law related, but they love her so much. And the Dabbleverse, she still won't get premium. I mean, can you imagine you have a rich dad from Taiwan? She's not just a regular Chinese. Apparently the Taiwanese are snootier, richer, and she still won't pay for premium YouTube. Either way.
Why should I? Isn't it like $15 a month now? That's a waste of money. I don't
You're
mind
so frugal. I love that.
Ad.
But the point is that in the Dabbleverse, the demographic is literally 98% white male. So any women out there, if you want to get a guy, you should enter this world called the Dabbleverse, and you automatically are either a 9 or a 10 looks-wise. I'm serious, because there are just no girls there. And now, all of a sudden, you are the queen of white people, which to me is just so great about America, because you know that you hated white people at certain points in life where you wouldn't even spend $1 if there was a white person in a movie. Now they all love you.
No, it was if it were a movie with solely white people. It's not a movie with a white person. It's like if they exclude minorities, ethnic minorities. It's like, why would I want to support that?
Can you give an example then? I wouldn't even know.
For example, I didn't even watch all those, whatever those white people were watching, like Jay Leno.
But Jay had a black singer, right?
What,
and John
one
Edward
token person? Yeah.
It's only Jay. It's a Tonight Show. It's one person.
Yeah, but it's just, I didn't care. I had my
You did
own
care as long as they weren't white. See, that's the thing about racism, is that you're excluding people based upon something they can't control. Jay may be the best person for the job or not, but ultimately the quality will rise to the top, and you're just excluding watching him because of his skin color, which is great. That's your right.
I mean, but how many late night talk shows had non-white males in charge?
I don't think you've ever heard of Magic Johnson and his run as a late
night
talk.
He did? He had one? Well, yeah. Arsenio Hall had one very briefly.
John Edwards friends with both of those people. Now, the thing is, with regard to that, if there was an audience and it was there, then they would be successful. And Arsenio was successful. But I'm not going to not watch him just because his skin color is black. I mean,
that's totally different, because white people, why are we talking about this? I thought we were talking about true crime. Well, the point of this is,
Miss Judy, I know we're going to get there, is that you are, they're calling you the queen of the Dabbleverse. What are you typing?
I'm responding to somebody real quick. Well,
no, I can't. I'm not doing this.
Okay,
Miss Judy sends me text messages.
My show.
Well, you're crying. They want me on here. You say you can't talk, and you send me text messages. Oh, look how bad this person hates you. Oh, look how bad this person chose Joe Paterno. Your text message.
I'm
like, Joe Patuto.
What?
I like Joe. Yeah, I mean,
no, she didn't. She didn't say that. It was someone on her channel, someone who supported her, who was bashing you and saying he or she hopes that Joe Patuto does not associate with you because she's too professional and whatever, brilliant to be with the likes of you.
It was a mean tweet, but I did agree with everything that the person was saying about me, so I can't really complain. But didn't you know that everyone in the audience is perfect looking? They speak perfect. They have no fat. They have no flaws on them. If we saw the audience at all times, they can criticize you for your lungs or being Oriental, but they're perfect, Miss Judy. So you always got to remember that. The people watching us are perfect.
Yeah, like you mentioned something like, oh, if you're a woman, you are automatically a 9 when you entered at that. Well, that sure ain't the truth, because I've seen some of the rude comments that people put on YouTube saying that I'm at most a 5 or a 6 or something, or they like Asian girls and I'm nowhere near the top, based on the Asian girls they've seen. I'm like, well, what the hell? I'm not a model. I'm not on YouTube trying to be like some beauty influencer. This is a legal channel. Plus, I'm old as dirt. I'm an attorney who has a sedentary job. So, it's like for people out there trying to criticize stuff and then be so low as to criticize my looks. Well, I'd love to see their pictures unfiltered.
Yeah.
So, this is for you. You introduced Judy to Stuttering John. Why do you hate her?
Well, the reason is all day long, if anyone writes anything negative, Judy has to send it to me for some reason. Do you get any pleasure out of doing that?
It's not real pleasure, but I think you should know what people are saying about you.
Yeah, because that is probably one of the biggest restrictions from an Asian family, because you have to be perfect, right? And there's that lack of freedom that you have, where if you see someone say a negative comment, it affects you. It does. And you want me to be affected by it. But it's going to take a lot more than just making fun of me to Joe Paterno about me.
Patuto. I didn't make fun of you to Joe Patuto. What are you talking about? You're like,
well, when someone says something negative about your partner here, you shouldn't necessarily send it to him straight away and be happy about it.
No, so what do you want me to do? Write back to Tiger Lily and say, you're totally wrong. I think Joe Patuto's channel would benefit from Vince's presence.
No.
She should have him.
She was right. Everything she said was right, so I'm not going to say there was anything wrong with it, but I don't understand why you have to send it to me.
Oh, actually, because you said you enjoyed the negative comments more. You said that a long time ago.
I was just acting tough. Really
but it really hurts your feelings and it ruins your day, and so I shouldn't do that because it scars you.
You can do it.
Okay. Okay, love that show. You're super. Vince's Fanny? Was that a Freudian slip? Okay, Vince's Fanny too. Haha.
I don't know.
Thank you.
But thank you.
Okay, thank you for becoming a member. Loophole Lady always has something funny to say. Pick up dinner. I'm not speaking to you? What? Hi, Judy.
When I never really get to not talk to someone, but I have like an issue, and because we have mutual friends, and you know when you want to talk to a boy, so you make up some bullshit story like, oh, I need some legal advice from you, even though you just want to talk to him, like you like him or something like that. So I got word she wants to talk to me about something, but I said, what is this, your first day on the job? You got to come up with something better than the excuse she gave to talk to me about.
What are you talking about? This?
Yeah, well, it has something to do with it. But F, Mammy, you're better than that. Come up with something better.
I don't get this.
That's a private thing.
Background thing where you're supposed to get dinner?
Oh no. She goes through our mutual friend Mike, who actually, so Anthony Cumia was one of the biggest radio stars ever, and he tweeted something about you the other day, which I was reading. Yeah, so we have a mutual friend, his friend Mike, Poker Mike. Again, this is all inside stuff, but that's who F Mammy, the Loophole Lady, and myself, that's who we communicate through. But Anthony did say something nice about you.
Oh, what did he say?
I'm not sure. And he is pretty, I mean, he has an act that he's racist. He acts like he hates black people, things like that, but it's all a big act. But he did say something nice about you.
Okay, well, that's nice to hear. Yeah, compared to some of the rude comments that I saw.
What was the rudest thing that was said?
Well, the one guy who said I'm at most a 5 or a 6, but I get the context though, because it was hyperbole when John introduced me as being the most gorgeous or hottest woman he's ever seen. I was like, oh, that's definitely a joke. I mean, because didn't he have like tons of, centerfold type ladies hanging around him back in the day?
I guess the key word is had, and
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if the guy's capable of love again, but who knows?
Okay. Well, has he given up on my sister?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Hit the like button.
But yeah, that's what happens when the Clippers want to become story writers.
You're talking about psychotic obsession. Doom started honing in on me lately and going after me and all this shit.
Yeah, but he's looking for content.
How much do you think Pat Dixon paid Doom to do what Doom's been doing? Because I think that happened.
Doom trying to expose me. Hey, Doom, why don't you suck a cock, you stupid fucking bitch?
Doom is threatening him left and right.
That is wrong, Doom. You should be shamed. Nothing but shame. That's how I feel. Should I turn you into block? Should I block your fucking ass? Doom, I'm going to get rid of you, and you're going to jerk off over it. Bye-bye. Dumb twat. Doom. Sick of you.
Doom, you're gone again. That's it. I'm so sick of you anyway.